Oh yeah, better fish, better fish. Nice.
Not long ago, I decided to ditch the corporate grind to pursue my passions for traveling and the great outdoors. So I sold everything, moved into a trailer full-time, and now I'm fishing my way across the entire country.
There we go, fish on.
Look at that!
You're watching Field Trips with Robert Field.
That was insane!
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Field Trips. So I just left Virginia, and next up on my list was Delaware. So I'm here in Laurel, Delaware, and I just got here, just pulled up. I actually found myself in a bind yesterday. Didn't know where I was heading to. The campground that I was gonna stay at, that fell through. Won't get into the story, but I found myself a day away from being homeless. So I got on a website called Boondockers Welcome. If you watch the first couple episodes from right when I got this trailer, my very first stop was at another couple's house that I found on Boondockers Welcome. It's a website where people who have land or a big driveway or a farm or whatever the case may be, open up their home for RVers to come through and park for free. Really incredible. It's usually RVers that are trying to give back to the community or people that just like kind of hearing stories from travelers as they pass through. So I got on the website a day before I had to leave, really had no hopes, and sure enough, the first person I messaged happened to be Jay Elliot, and he got back to me right away, told me to come on out, that I could stay here for the 10 days that I'm spending here in Delaware. Really cannot say enough about the website, cannot say enough about Jay. I just met him. The guy just seems incredible. His wife Marcia is super sweet. They actually invited me to come out later tonight to check out their son's band. Their son is a drummer. He's playing at a local bar. They invited me to come out, get some food, get some drinks, and check out the band. But first things first, top priority for Mr. Field here, I'm gonna go do some fishing. So I'm really close to a pond that has a special significance to their family, which I'll get into in a minute. It's only about a mile from here. So I just loaded up the kayak, gonna head out there, see if we can't get a few bass before I head to this little shindig later tonight.
So there's actually some pretty cool history and significance for Trussell Pond, where I'm fishing right now. The reason I came here is that Marcia, who is Jay Elliott's wife, she is part of the Wooten family. And why that matters is that Trussell Pond here, actually about 100 acres, including the pond and the surrounding areas, were gifted to her family, the Wooten family, back in the 1600s by the King of England. So the story goes that there was a young lady, part of the Wooten family, and a pretty high-ranking major in the British Army wanted to marry this woman. And so as kind of a dowry or as sort of a payment to her family for marrying the major, the King of England gifted the family 100 acres here surrounding Trussell Pond. So she told me that story. I thought it was really cool. And this pond is about a mile from their house where they live now. So I figured, why not come here, see if we can't yank a couple bass out of this sort of historic pond that has a lot of significance to the family of the people that are hosting me during my time here in Delaware. Oh yeah. Oh, what is that? That is not a bass. I actually saw something wake out and was wondering, this is a fish that I didn't realize was in here, but it makes a lot of sense. That is a chain pickerel, basically almost identical to a pike, except they don't get very big. They get bigger than this, but not much bigger. And there's my first fish here out of Trussell Pond. It's been difficult. I mean, I'm out here, I'm just flying blind. Don't really know what's in here. Jay and Marcia are not big fishermen. Marcia just wanted me to come check out the pond, and of course, what am I gonna do? Go fish it. But that was fun. Little chain pickerel. Kind of an ugly looking fish. Sharp teeth. You don't want to lip these guys. But yeah, there's a fish out of Trussell Pond. Gifted to Marcia's family, the Wooten family, back in the 1600s. Now here I am, over 400 years later, catching fish out of it from a kayak. Let this little guy go. Nice. All right, so mission accomplished. Got a fish here at a Trussell Pond, little chain pickerel. I mean, obviously I'm flying blind. I know nothing about this place except for the history involved with Marcia's family, the Wooten family. Really cool. I wanted to come check it out, and I managed to catch a fish. Now, there's another pond about a quarter mile away. It's called Trap Pond State Park. I've heard good things about that pond, fishing-wise, so I'm gonna run over there. I got probably about an hour, maybe hour and a half before I gotta get back, get cleaned up, and go to this concert for Jay and Marcia's son. Let's run over there, see if we can't pull a bass out, do a little pond hopping this afternoon before I go hang out with them. All right, see what we can do here at Trap Pond. The mosquitoes are out of control. I'm gonna do this quick. So this pond looks a lot more wide open. It's definitely bigger. Now it's hard to see, but there's a deer in there. Just a little baby deer. Little cutie, probably just lost his spots. All right. Here's a little bass. Almost lost a rod in the process. There's my first, whoa bro, Delaware bass. Certainly not a monster. This little guy, but I am like up in this right now. So this place has got a bunch of rain right before I got here. I could tell because all the farms are flooded partially. They're even, I've seen pumps where they're trying to pump water off their farm, off their crops. Whenever a place has gotten a lot of rain, the water level's up, all of a sudden there's new territory up against the banks that normally aren't underwater. And in my experience, the bass, at least this time of year when it's warm, like to get up into these really shallow new areas to feed on bugs and crawfish and whatever else may have gotten kind of flooded as the water level rose. So that was kind of my strategy here. I got off the main pond way up in here. There it is on the chatterbait. See if we can't get a few more before we run out of time here. Nice. We are up in the thick of it right now. Oh yeah, better fish, better fish. Nice. They are getting bigger up in these lily pads. There's a decent little chunk right there. Oh man, it smashed it right as I came over some of these lily pads. It was really misleading. It kind of felt like, you know, the weight of those lily pads. I thought I was just hung up. I was slow on the hook set and I actually got her in the side of the face. But end result is the same. All of a sudden the lily pads started fighting back and I realized I had a fish on. Wow, okay, so they're holding up on the wood real shallow and also up in these pads. God, it just looks so froggy, but I've thrown the frog about 100 times at some other pads. I haven't gotten any hits, but chatterbait bite is on, it is working. I'm just pitching up into every little pocket I can find. I give it a little tug to kind of get it going and then just slow roll it as slow as I can go while still getting that chatter action. And there's a better fish right there. Nice. Submit this guy in the fish brain app. Tons of fun. Nice, getting a little fish in on my first day here in Delaware. See a gal? Nice. We're on to something now. I gotta be careful. I'm gonna mess around and stay here too late. This has been the ticket right here, chatterbait. I've actually got a biffle bug on as the trailer, which is actually a craw pattern. So, you know, don't think you gotta use a paddle tail or something that looks like a bait fish as your trailer. You just want something that's gonna give good action. You know, they're not getting a good look at it. They don't care what shape it is. But I just wanted something black and blue. I had lost my only black and blue paddle tail, and so that biffle bug, little craw, these phalanges, whatever you want to call them here at the end, really give nice action, nice little thump through the water. And in this stained water, really helps these bass find it. And so far, it is working. See, these are the kind of places that are perfect for a kayak. I mean, there's no way a boat could get in here and fish this. I mean, I even had to take my Mirage drive out because it's so shallow, so many stumps. But these fish, they seem to be up in here, up in the thick of this shallow, kind of swampy, little side pockets of water. And you can see, I mean, I'm laying it like way up into, I mean, basically on land and dragging this thing in the water. They are sticking tight to cover. Just saw something move the pads over here. Yep, yep. There it is. There it is. Got him. I saw something just kind of gently nudge the lily pad aside. Try not to be too loud. This place just feels super fishy. Running out of time, but I might be able to stick a couple more. Same thing, chatterbait, throwing around these pads. Not a big bass, but tons of fun. I again saw something just kind of gently nudge those lily pads to the side. I cast at it about 3 times, and on the 3rd time, he smashed it. These little fish, they're not big, but they're chunky. Let her on her way. Oh yeah, I'm just creeping real slow through these lily pads and getting on some. Yep. Oh, I'm having too much fun right now. It is, there's nothing better than kind of get back to your roots, do a little pond hopping. These fish are just, I mean, they're smashing it. That guy actually cast it over that tree limb. It got hung up. I popped it over, and then the second I kind of pulled the rod to get the thing chattering again, he hit it. The second it started moving. Too much fun right now. All right, well, that is all the time I have. But I mean, how much fun is that? You know, I just came out here to a couple random ponds I know nothing about, figured out a little pattern, caught a bunch of fish, but I am out of time. I got to get back, get cleaned up, and get ready to go hang out with Jay and Marcia, my host for the week, at their son's concert. But really glad I came out here for about 2.5, maybe 3 hours. You know, just tried to squeeze in a trip, and it was very much worth it. I'm like the boy who cried last cast now. Oh, I am really out of time, but these fish are just cooperating so nicely right now. I don't even know if you can see this. It's starting to get dark. Oh yeah, I mean, no size to them really, but I'm pretty sure I could sit here for another hour and probably catch 4 or 5 more. They are chewing up around these lily pads, around these cypress stumps. Too much fun, too much. I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. All right. No more last casts. I'll be here till midnight. Had too much fun.
About to leave, already packing.
All right, guys, we just got to Bruise River in Salisbury, Maryland. I'm here with Jay and Marcia, the couple that's let me stay on their property this week, and came here the first night here in the state to check out their son's band. Their son is the drummer, and they invited me to come here, grab some food, have a few drinks, check out their son and what he does. Should be pretty cool.
We are the runner-ups. As the wisest of all the Jedi Masters, Dave Grohl said, "Foo or foo not, there's only fly."
This is an Orange Crush. Jay says it's a big drink around here. I have no idea what's in it.